Brothers and sisters in humanity, it is without hesitation that I have accepted to be part of the work of hope. Indeed, since I assumed my position as Special Advisor of the UN Secretary General on the Prevention of Genocide, I decided to bring religious leaders from around the world to discuss their role in preventing incitement to violence that could lead to atrocity crimes. In his message, which I had the privilege to deliver at the opening of the 2015 Parliament of World Religions on 15 October in Salt Lake City, Secretary General Ban Ki-moon reminded the nearly 10,000 participants coming from all continents that, and I quote, "We are living through a time of turbulence, tension, and transition. Societies are more diverse, but intolerance is on the rise. We see growing and violent extremism, radicalism, and widening conflicts that are characterized by a fundamental disregard for human life. We see heightened hostility and discrimination towards people crossing borders in search of safety or opportunities denied to them at home. Hate crimes and other forms of intolerance mar too many communities, often stuck by irresponsible leaders seeking political gain." End of quote. Brothers and sisters in humanity, there is no doubt that the work of hope will contribute towards the success of the efforts of Secretary General Ban Ki-moon in tackling peace, development, and human rights challenges around the world. In today's world, we increasingly see human conflict based on issues of identity, particularly religious identity. Religion is often manipulated by vested interests that stand to gain from the terrible consequences of creating divisions between people of different faiths, which can go to the extent of encouraging, organizing, and committing atrocity crimes. Largely, the spirit of intolerance that eclipses human reason contributes to religious strife. Not a country in the world, not a single region is immune from these types of conflicts. In India, too, we have witnessed religion, caste, creed, and language being exploited to fuel divisions and violence, resulting in enormous loss of lives. These incidents and the lack of accountability of those responsible have contributed to discord and suspicion between various communities. Many families have lost their breadwinners, their children, their parents, and loved ones to this violence. The shock and trauma of such irreparable loss is difficult to heal and address. Today, the country's much celebrated plurality faces an imminent danger as global threats of terrorism like ISIS and related violence are at its doorsteps. We all live in plural societies. Muslims, Hindus, Christians, Jews, Buddhists, paganists, people of all colors, we are simply human beings. States have a responsibility to respect, promote, and protect the human rights of all, including protection from atrocity crimes. States need to put emphasis on the constructive management of diversity. But each of us also has a responsibility. We have to accept that we can belong to different ethnic groups and religions, that we might have different opinions. We need to understand and respect each other, and we need to learn how to live in peace. I have come to know that the Manav Ekta mission, literally the Human Oneness Mission from India, is organizing a work of hope, a 7,500 kilometers walkathon for peace and harmony from India's southernmost point, Kanyakumari, to its northern end, Kashmir. The work of hope is led by Mr. Mumtaz Ali, spiritual guide, social reformer, and educationist. The work of hope spans 500 days through 11 Indian states, bringing together citizens from all walks of life. It serves as a catalyst to raise awareness and understanding of the diverse religious groups in this part of the world and beyond, so that they may live together peacefully and shun sectarian violence. Privileged to draw upon India's long-standing spiritual legacy and welcoming tradition, the work is bringing citizens together in its concept of Manav Ekta, oneness of humanity. It is helping to build a significantly restored nation that can be bequeathed to the generations of tomorrow. The work of hope was flagged off on 12 January 2015 from Kanyakumari and has today, 27 October, covered more than 4,000 kilometers. Over the past 9 months, it has visited many places of worship, including those of Buddhists, Baha'i, Christian, Hindus, Jain, Jews, Muslim, Parsis, and Sikhs along the route, where prayers for peace and communal harmony were held. The evening is spent meeting with the local population, which include interfaith prayers and meaningful dialogues for the permanent cessation of suspicion, hatred, and atrocities by evolving real and practical measures. The work has been sowing the seeds of transformation. The core message has been journeying into the depth of the society at every stop and unraveling the human capacity for compassion. It is inspiring and encouraging people to remain united despite their divergent belief. Mahatma Gandhi said, "The cry for peace will be a cry in the wilderness, so long as the spirit of non-violence does not dominate millions of men and women." Brothers and sisters in humanity, I strongly believe that we can individually combat violence and its incitement by a clear understanding of our common root of existence and our common ultimate goal. Let's not forget that we are one world, we are one humanity. God created man in his own image. It is therefore the duty of man to make every effort to be looking up to that image of God, an image of love, truth, peace, and happiness. But what we are seeing today does not seem to be close to that. That is why such determined, meaningful, and laudable undertakings as the work of hope, organized by the Manav Ekta Human Oneness Mission, are very important. The work is helping build communities' resistance against prejudice, strengthening social cohesion, and by spreading the message of tolerance and interreligious peace and harmony, it contributes to achieving one common goal: curbing the escalating interreligious violence. Global threats like terrorism and violence must be condemned, and to stem their tide, an international alliance of humanity must work towards supporting intercommunal and interfaith dialogue, underlining the benefits of diversity, and thus preventing clashes of ignorance that can ultimately lead to large-scale violence and crimes. I would like to express my support and admiration for this laudable undertaking, which has taken more than 1.5 years and cross the great Indian subcontinent from south to north. And it will be my privilege to join the work this coming December in Benares, where I will also take part in the International Summit for Peace and Harmony, co-organized by Manav Ekta Mission and Benares Hindu University. I endorse the work of hope for its pragmatic approach to a long-standing problem of human conflict and hatred that has been justified in the name of religion. And I wish all those involved the best for their insistent pursuit of peace and harmony in India.